Thank you so much for your participation in Free Comic Book Day. It was a lovely weekend. Also, First Friday was great. So, First Friday was nice, and then rolling into Free Comic Book Day. Also, thank you for being patient with me. Closing on Sunday, I am still exhausted, but it's the good exhaustion. So I guess it's all right. And then there's a weekend coming up in a week and a half or so where I will not be here Saturday or Sunday. But I will post about that. There'll be signs. It's a whole thing. But also that weekend's for all the best of the reasons. So, but for now, it's a big week. So let's take a look. We got some new comics here. The new Adventure Time series continues. Amadeus Cho is 20 years old. The replacement Hulk, and I don't mean to downplay the importance of the character. I enjoyed me some Amadeus Cho for a long time, but that was what he was sort of introduced as. A bunch of fun though, and pretty strong. So it's been 20 years, so that's pretty cool. Avengers, I think this is volume 4 of the current series. That collects the recent issues. Batgirl. Batman, The Dying City. I don't know if they even bother with volume numbers anymore, but that's a collection of the recent Batman issues. Detective, which was from a previous week, so thank you for everyone who was patient. Two-Face. Birds of Prey. Black Canary, Best of the Best. That's the end of that miniseries. Sam Wilson, Captain America. Savage Sword of Conan. Daredevil Cold Day in Hell #1 gets a second printing. Several people asked about that. Darkwing Duck. DC's Misfits of Magic. This is a new graphic novel for the younger folk. Deadpool. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one last time. And there's 2 covers there. Disney Moana 2 Birthday Treasure Hunt. This is a step into reading level 2. And Disney's Stitch story collection. This is like 5 different stories stuck together. It's a step into reading. I'm not sure if they're all the same level or not. I didn't get a chance to flip through. Fantastic Four versus Galactus, previous week sort of thing. This collects 2 different stories. Galactus' first appearance from very early Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and then Galactus returning to Earth under John Byrne. Some good stuff in there. You know Galactus is coming to movie theaters soon, right? Human Torch Byrne collects a part of I think it might be the whole series, might be part of a series from about 20 years ago. And this one was interesting because it involved Johnny being accused of using his power to kill someone, but he became integral to figuring out what happened because of his understanding of fire. And it's kind of a heavy story, but it was interesting. It was a different take on Johnny Storm, so worth the time if you've got it. Also, Scotty Young art, so there's a lot of people who love that. Fantastic Four Fanfare is a new mini-series that just features some kind of highlight type stories about the characters. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. I'll be reading that. Godzilla from the IDW library. This is collection 4. That's like the 3rd copy of that I got because of damages. Godzilla Heist. And 2 covers there. I'm not bitter, I swear. Gravity Falls, Happy Summerween, and The Convenience Store of Horrors. I know it's upside down, shush it. These adapt... This book adapts 2 episodes, and there are stickers for both of them, but it's a flip book, just for reference. Green Hornet and Miss Fury. Absolute Green Lantern. And 2 covers. And 3 covers. It's lovely. And 4 covers, and I kind of like that too. Another World of Reading. This is Groot. That's a level 1. Hello Darkness, the horror series from Boom, continues. Invincible Volume 9. This is of the new collections, of course. Looks like I get to keep Invincible on the shelf all the time now. JSA. Justice League The Atom Project. One more issue in that miniseries, I believe. Kingdom Come from DC's new Compact Comics line. It's a quality series. Jim Henson's Labyrinth. Lego Ninjago Shatterspin, that collects that miniseries. Lore Olympus, Volume 8. This is a lovely hardcover. That's a special order. Somebody was waiting for that to come. Brave and the Bold, number 57. This introduces Metamorpho the Element Man. Phases of the Moon Knight. That collects the recent miniseries that talks about Moon Knights from different times, I believe. Like periods of time. Moonshadow, the Definitive Collection, Definitive Edition, and expanded. J.M. DeMatteis's and John J. Muth's. It's fantasy, sci-fi. It's the beautiful. I love John J. Muth's art, so it's beautiful inside. But on the back cover, it references the unreliable narrator, and I love the potential of that. I have not read Moonshadow yet. It's been on my list. I have a different copy at home. I'm going to read this one because some collections have modified dialogue, if I remember correctly, from the original release by DC. So I'll be checking this out. It's a good chunky book with lots of extras. Mouse Guard, Dawn of the Black Axe continues. Outsiders Volume 2, that's that half Bat book, half planetary homage. So I'm looking forward to finishing that story. Poison Ivy. And 2 covers there. Psylocke. And 2 covers. And 3 covers. Really enjoying Scott Forbes' art. That's that last one there. Resurrection Man Quantum Karma continues. Secret 6. Sonic the Hedgehog. Somebody speeding up and down the main street. Salmon Twitch, Case Files, and Scorched. There will be a couple of issues of Spawn-related comics on the shelf. I have a longtime subscriber ending. And there's probably going to be a couple of months where I have things that'll hit the shelf as opposed to be subscriber only. And there will also be just a crap ton of regular issues from that subscription hitting the recent comic shelf once I've got that cleaned up after Free Comic Book Day. It's fine. Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider. Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection coming home. This is from the Michael J. Straczynski run, of course, with John Romita Jr. art. Smack dab in the middle of this book is the 9/11 tribute's the wrong word. The issue that Marvel Comics produced to acknowledge that New York is fundamental to the Marvel Universe, and 9/11 being in New York, they felt they needed to do something. You can hear me welling up a little bit. I flipped through and it's still effective. Shocking after this long. So anyway, and then a regular issue of Amazing Spider-Man, which is not nearly as effective. Star Wars #1. It's a new series. Takes place after Return of the Jedi, I believe. And we start a new era of Star Wars comics from Marvel. And a bunch of covers. Some of them are really nice, and I love them. That's all. Okay. And then the collection for Star Wars Ahsoka. Of course, that adapts Season 1 into comics. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories featuring the Bad Batch. That little mini-series continues. Absolute Superman. Everybody loves that book. 2 covers there. 3 covers there. That's it. And then a new collection for Action Comics, collecting 2 shortish stories written by Jason Aaron and then Gail Simone. Super Science Chapter 0, that's a new series from the lab. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Best of Old Hob. So this is the problem with using all the shelves here. The bottom shelf is almost totally in shadow. Teen Titans Go. All New Venom. Wacky Races, Giant Size Wacky Races. There's another cover that is the main cover, and apparently I got slightly screwed on that cover, so I don't have it. But those are two covers anyway. Walking Dead Deluxe. Laura Kinney Wolverine. Ultimate Wolverine. Trinity, that's Wonder Woman's daughter. Generation S, that collects a couple different things for Trinity. I'm clearly not used to working on the bottom shelf. X-Men number 16. And then the first collection for Exceptional X-Men. I'm going to read that because I love me some Kitty Pryde. And the vibe of this book was fun. So I hope I get through the whole story and enjoy all of it. And then volume 2 of 0 Hour Crisis in Time for DC. There's so much stuff to the 0 Hour story. But like this is one of the first big event type things from when I was working in comic shops as a wee little lad. So this is fun. And I have a lot of respect for Jerry Ordway, who did some of the art. So, and then one other thing over here. A new edition of the Nightwing Prince of Gotham Omnibus. This is, of course, New 52 stuff, in case you're that involved in the story stuff. And I actually have 2 people looking for this. I have 1 copy currently. Second copy's coming in. We'll see who gets the first one. Doesn't matter. Both of them are sort of like, whenever is cool. That is everything for this week. You can see I still haven't totally cleaned up the wreckage from Free Comic Book Day. Those shelves are a mess. They bother me. I got some of the top shelves adjusted, but for now, if you see something you like, let me know. I'll try and get it for you, like I always do. And subscribers, pick up your stuff. That's all I can ask. It might have to get harder once I clean up a few leftover folk. I might have to get a little harder with the more current stuff. So we'll see. I try not to be a hard ass. Oh no, I swore. I try not to be too mean, but some of the stuff is just sat. Most of you are exceptional. So let that give you comfort. Wow, it's got deep. All right, so new stuff. I got to clean up from after Free Comic Book Day. Thank you again. And thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.